Back to my trying to conceive journey, part 4. Left off in the last video that I had done IUIs at the fertility doctor, and then I was moving on to my 3rd IUI and we were changing up a few things. So that's where I'm going to jump back into. We most recently did an IUI with clomid and a trigger shot. Basically, the process, if you haven't taken clomid before, is starting on day 3 of your period, you start taking pills. They're 2 pills a day, morning and night, for 5 days. And so you're taking it to basically increase the follicles for ovulation. I'm taking clomid, I'm feeling good. Honestly, like, some people say that there's really gnarly side effects, but I was feeling pretty good on it. And I started going to the fertility doctor, I think starting on day 11 or 12, and we monitored my follicles to just make sure that, you know, I had some, at least, see how many there were. We find that I have 6 follicles, which is really exciting, but it's still early, so some of them will probably shrink. Like, we just are monitoring it. You also don't want too many follicles because you get a higher risk of multiples, triplets, quadruplets, all that, and then obviously that's like a way riskier pregnancy. And so they just try to mitigate some of the risk because the goal of the fertility center is for you to have like a healthy full-term pregnancy. I'm feeling good that we at least have something going on down there and the clomid is working. Also keep in mind during all of this, like, the clomid does make you somewhat emotional, somewhat moody. I was having an insane few weeks with work, traveling, things that I couldn't miss, and it was really tough, going to the fertility doctor at 6:30 in the morning, waking up, racing home, having to hop on a flight, go to a photo shoot. There was one morning I had glam waiting at my house for me before we had a photo shoot, and I'm running late. It's stressful. Luckily, I do have flexibility with my job. Thank God, that never goes unnoticed to me. I'm so grateful for it. But I understand, for everyone going through this, it is so hard to juggle fertility stuff with your normal day-to-day, your job, your husband, friends, family, everything, especially if you already have kids. It is so much to add onto your plate. So it was a lot. Anyways, so I end up going back to fertility doctor every day, and I have 4 confirmed follicles that I am going to ovulate, which was really exciting because I just felt like my chances were higher, the clomid worked, and everything was looking good. Went in, did an IUI, and then I got a trigger shot the next day. I went in thinking I was gonna get an IUI, ended up getting a trigger shot, then went back the next day, did an IUI, and then went back the day after that and did a double IUI. And I was so bloated after my IUI. I'm gonna try and put a photo here of how bloated I was. I was like, this is gonna prepare me for pregnancy because I look 7 months pregnant right now. Oh, the sun is starting to get in my eyes. So I have to start taking medication as well. So I'm on estrogen patches, estradiol, I think is how you say it, 6 pills a day. I'm taking progesterone. I'm doing the orange tablets that you have to actually insert because when you take them orally, it kind of makes you nauseous. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to keep track of. It's a lot. And I'm feeling anxious and in the 2-week wait, which we need to talk about that for a little bit because the 2-week wait is so stressful. I feel like people don't really talk about how much anticipation there is. Every single time I try to not think about it, I think about it more. And then when I'm going to the bathroom, especially on day 13, 12, 13, 14, post-ovulation, you wipe and I'm like, please don't be blood. Please don't be blood. You're analyzing every single symptom. My boobs hurt, I have a headache, I have these cravings, and I'm like, is it pregnancy symptoms? Is it not? Obviously, when you take the HCG trigger shot, it can kind of make your body feel like you are pregnant. So you don't know if it's those hormones or if you're pregnant. So it's really, to put it quite frank, a mind fuck and a really challenging time. So I went in and got a pregnancy test on day 14 post-ovulation, was so anxious all day, got the call from my doctor and found out that I was pregnant. However, my levels were really low and I was going to need to come in and get some shots, and they were gonna just basically try to do everything that they could to save it.